Today I'm going to show you guys how I am working with images and SEO in my e-commerce site. This is it's not a sexy part of the web development experience. It's not the database, it's not the CRUD logic, it's not any real business logic type stuff, but it's incredibly important. It's the little boring things that make the site pop, getting good, crisp, clean images, getting good SEO so that whenever you put a link to your site on Twitter or Discord or something, instead of just being like a blank, just URL type thing, it gives you the nice preview where you can see your logo, you can see your alt text, you can see all this stuff. It's really important to get this stuff right. And as small as it seems, it really does make a difference. And today I'm going to show you guys how I do all this stuff. Now we're going to be relying heavily on Cloudinary here, and Cloudinary is the sponsor of this series. I wanted to partner with Cloudinary because I have been using them for almost a year now in production at work. We've used them in many different projects. They've been fantastic. I actually was already planning on using Cloudinary before I went ahead and built out this e-commerce site, and they have been fantastic all the way through. It's in production. It's been live for about a month. We've had, not a huge amount of traffic, but almost 2,000 users, and it has performed fantastic. It's been a great experience, and I highly recommend it, and today you're going to see why. In order to make our images work, we're going to be using the Svelte Cloudinary library. I talked about how to get this set up and working in a previous video, but the gist of it is you install the SDK, add in your cloud name, and it works. That's literally all it takes. It is incredibly simple to get this working. It provides us with a bunch of really useful and important components. So the first one we're going to talk about here is going to be the Cloudinary image. This is what we're using to actually display out images. If you look at, let's use the collections page as an example. If you look at this page right here, you've got 4 big images here that are all being loaded out of Cloudinary. They're dynamic coming out of the database, and we have to serve these somehow. And we're serving them with the Cloudinary image SDK. So this product page is going to have a ton of different stuff on it, but the thing we're going to talk about here is going to be the product card. This is actually a custom component we went ahead and built. We need to grab a bunch of different information here. We've talked about this in other videos, but effectively this is the information we need to actually send the user to the product and also the information we need to add it to their cart. So the important thing right here is going to be the Cloudinary ID. This Cloudinary ID is how we actually identify our images. If we look over here within the Cloudinary dashboard, we go to our Media Explorer and we take a look at the products page right here, and we'll open up this one. We'll open up this one, for example. You can see the public ID is product/whatever the heck this is. And this is what you would pass into the actual SDK. If we go down here to the actual Cloudinary image, you can see what we're doing is we're passing in the Cloudinary ID or a placeholder. So this Cloudinary ID is what will actually populate the image. Then in order to get the image to look good, we want to pass it in at a larger size than we're actually going to be displaying it. This is to ensure we get maximum fidelity on bigger displays. A good example of this is actually my display. I am currently running on a 4K 27-inch display, but I have it scaled down to a resolution so it looks like it's 1920 by 1080. This makes everything bigger. It gives a better experience for you guys, and it makes more sense. But if I had an image come down, the pixels would be wrong if they weren't doubled. So what we want to do here is we want to pass in our width and our height because these have to be manually set to ensure that the image is properly transformed and optimized. We go ahead, pass in our width and our height. We go ahead and set our crop to be fill because we want to make sure that on this page right here, these images are filling these boxes correctly. So we set the crop to be fill, add in an alt, set up our sizes, add in some basic class name to give it some rounding, and then that's it. That's all we need to do to get our images working correctly. They've got the CDN locked in. They've got the management set up and the hosting. We don't have to deal with any of that crap. We just pass in the ID and our images show up on the site. It is very, very helpful. Now, the next thing I want to sort of show you guys is going to be the SEO side of things. And Cloudinary's SDK has a really, really useful function built into it for getting SEO working. One of the important things you want to do, and I'll show you this in Vercel. If we go to our Sediment Art instance here, we go to our deployments, let's go to our most recent preview deployment. We go over to our open graph right here. You can see a preview of what this would look like on different social media platforms. On Twitter, when we load up Sediment Art, it'll show our title, it'll show our description, and it will show our image nice and big up here. This is super important because if you don't do this, you're going to get these nasty, ugly looking preview things. You want to manually set what this is. And you can do that super easily using the Cloudinary OG image component. So what we have here is if we go all the way up to our root layout.svelte, you can see up here at the top, we have this big Cloudinary OG image. We're going to pass in the source, which is just this Sediment Art logo. We're going to pass in our alt text, which is just our tagline. You can see our Twitter title, which is printed out right here. And we have everything we need to get our SEO set up. I don't have everything fully put in here. We should add like a Twitter description, an OG title, description, all those different things. But getting the image is one of the most important parts of it. And this makes it super easy. They will handle printing out all of the head code, making the meta tags, making the links, getting it all optimized. You don't have to think about that. Just pass in the source of your image and it will be working. The last thing I sort of want to show you guys here, which is critical for working with images, is an admin page and letting users upload images to your site. If we go to the images section within our admin page, we need to allow users to upload images. We go over here. Let me log in real quick. We're going to do this. We're going to go here. We're going to go to our products. We're going to edit. We're going to go to images. So on our product, within the admin page on our product section, we need to be able to manage, upload, delete images from our site. And the way we can do this is with the Cloudinary uploader. If I hit upload right here, we'll get this really nice uploader to actually get our images inserted here. I didn't even realize how useful this was until I actually was deploying the site and setting up my production level content. You can go ahead and like connect your Google Drive or your Dropbox or any of these different things. I actually imported all of these images because if you look at the production sentiment site, we have like a dozen images per product, and it would have sucked to manually upload all of those and download them onto my computer and transfer them around and do all this crap. Instead, all I had to do was just go to the Google Drive, connect to my Google Drive, select all 12 images, hit the button, they were uploaded to my site, and it was done. And the code for this is trivial. If you look right here on our upload section right here, we have this Cloudinary upload button. We have an on upload event. So if we get a successful upload, I'm going to fire my handle submit function. We go up here to our handle submit function. We go ahead, grab our public ID, our width, and our height. We pass this into some form data, fire a nice little form action on our backend, and that's it. We have added an image to the site. We could just go right here. We could browse, go to our desktop. You could go ahead and we'll grab a recent thumbnail I did. And you go ahead and hit done, and then bam, it works. We go back over here to our product page. I think, yep, this is Molten Moon. Go over here, we go through here, and then suddenly one of these things is not like the other. And that's it. That's all we have to do to get images working. So like I said, getting these images working is not nearly as difficult as a lot of people think, and also the SEO has gotten much more trivial. Make sure you guys are setting all that stuff up correctly. I'll have everything linked down below. Like I said, this project is fully open sourced. You're free to use it, free to check out the code base. The only thing you can't do is use the actual like assets and branding and stuff from Sediment, but otherwise it's totally free to use. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.